Welcome back to my channel Iraqi Dinar RV Behind the Scenes. The real developments driving the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. Welcome to today's exclusive update on the evolving financial landscapes of Iraq and Vietnam. If you've been tracking the global currency revaluation buzz, what we're about to uncover may reshape your perspective. This isn't about speculation or internet hype. This is about real change, ground-level reports, and strategic developments that are going largely unnoticed by mainstream media. Let's begin in Vietnam, where confusion continues to swirl around what constitutes a legitimate international exchange rate. According to currency analyst Lam Nu, the Vietnamese Dong is currently trading at a rate of approximately 25,575 VND to 1 USDD in real global markets. This is the practical rate used in actual trade and international business transactions, not some hidden or awaiting activation figure often thrown around in rumors. The idea of a secret or pending global rate is a myth. What matters is what's used in real-world commerce, and this is it. However, beyond the numbers, what's truly important is Vietnam's economic trajectory. The country isn't just tweaking its currency. It's modernizing its financial infrastructure. That includes upgrading banking systems, aligning with international compliance standards, and actively inviting foreign investment. Meanwhile, in Iraq, the central bank isn't making bold public promises or flashy announcements, and that's a good thing. Their silence signals a focus on action rather than hype. What's happening under the radar is a complete restructuring of the nation's financial architecture. Iraq is overhauling its banking sector from the foundation up. This includes introducing advanced digital systems, tightening regulatory controls, and aligning with international financial protocols. These upgrades are part of a broader strategy, not just to prepare for a revaluation, but to build a credible and sustainable economic model. Importantly, Iraq is no longer depending solely on oil revenue to fuel its growth. There's a strong push toward economic diversification. That includes investment in agriculture, technology, tourism, private sector initiatives, and digital infrastructure. This shift isn't just theoretical. It's being implemented through real policies and capital allocation. A revalued currency isn't just something a country decides on. It must be earned through economic strength and reform. Iraq seems to understand this well. Their efforts are laying the groundwork for a monetary reset that makes sense economically, not just politically. Now, let's bring in some key field intelligence. According to Frank26, a well-known currency commentator, reports from his longtime source Firefly suggest significant developments are underway. Firefly's contact within Iraq's banking system, named Sami, claims that an imminent change is expected. Specifically, the Central Bank of Iraq's official exchange rate is about to align with the rate used on the street. This might seem like a minor tweak, but it's a huge signal. It marks the beginning of monetary unification, where government policy, public perception, and global expectations come together. Aligning the official and street rates indicates confidence in the system and readiness for broader financial transitions. Frank26 emphasized this is a first key, a critical indicator that deeper changes are in motion. Once the rate alignment is achieved, the next major step will be the introduction of lower denomination currency notes. The smaller bills are crucial for everyday transactions in a revalued dinar economy. Citizens have already been advised to exchange old notes or risk holding outdated bills, another clear indicator that the central bank is preparing the population for a currency reform. These new notes will enable simpler commerce, more transparent accounting, and greater compatibility with international banking standards. This doesn't happen overnight. It's part of a carefully planned and executed transition, with every step building upon the last. Iraq's progress has been slow but steady and deliberate. Shifting gears back to Vietnam, A significant financial and political gesture has taken shape. Intel source Claire revealed a major new development. A $1.5 billion luxury golf resort is under construction, spearheaded by Vietnam's government and the Trump Organization, with Eric Trump himself breaking ground on the project. This isn't just about a resort. It's a strategic signal amid ongoing tariff discussions between the U.S. and Vietnam. The timing and the scale suggest deepening economic ties between the two nations. Eric Trump referred to Vietnam as the next great jewel of Asia, underlining the country's rising profile on the global investment stage. This high-profile project is being developed by Vietnamese real estate firm Kinh Bac City and backed by major U.S. capital. Eric Trump also committed to frequent visits to Vietnam, showing that this is not a one-time venture but a long-term engagement. These moves reflect a growing economic corridor between the U.S. and Vietnam, driven by mutual opportunity and strategic alignment. So, what's the common thread here between Iraq and Vietnam? Transformation. Not the speculative kind whispered on forums, but real transformation driven by economic reform, infrastructure upgrades, and international engagement. These changes don't just support the possibility of currency revaluation, they make it necessary. In Iraq, once the central bank's rate matches the rate used by citizens on the street, people will immediately notice a change in their purchasing power and confidence in the dinar. It's not just about numbers, it's about economic participation. The push to release new, smaller notes is more than a logistical shift. It's a sign that the system is ready to function effectively for the people. Vietnam, for its part, is opening its doors to massive international investment at a time when many global economies are tightening. These billion-dollar commitments, especially from high-profile U.S. companies, suggest that Vietnam's currency stability and market potential are being taken seriously by the world's financial heavyweights. So what's the takeaway? Neither Iraq nor Vietnam is holding a press conference tomorrow to announce a new exchange rate. But that doesn't mean change isn't coming. The real moves are happening behind closed doors, in financial ministries, on construction sites, and within central bank policies. Those who are holding Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong shouldn't be looking at rate boards every few minutes. Instead, the real signals are in these strategic developments, in the actions, not the words. When central banks go quiet, that's often when the most important work is being done. This process is slow, calculated, and deliberately low profile, until the moment it's not. So stay observant. The Iraqi central bank is taking decisive steps. The public is being informed. The currency structure is shifting. Meanwhile, Vietnam is attracting global capital and forging economic partnerships at the highest levels. This isn't a gamble. It's a transition. One based not on hype, but on real, measurable change. And this is just the beginning.